Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to show you my latest experience with Tesla Autopilot, or Tesla Full Self-Driving, which is absolutely amazing. I'm very impressed. This latest version adds something called attention monitoring, and so I want to do a demonstration of this for you. I am on 12.5.4 Full Self-Driving version 12 software. So the previous version, before I detected this attention monitoring, did something where you have to touch the steering wheel or touch the knobs on the steering wheel, including the volume on the stereo, but it basically would give you a nag. So you would set it, and without touching the steering wheel, it would do fantastic lane keep, fantastic cruise control with following the person in front of you, adaptive cruise. So it would basically start blinking blue at about 20 to 25 seconds. It would blink the screen blue, and then there would be an audible warning about maybe 10 or 15 seconds later. And I think it would give you, and then it would start getting very obnoxious with its audible warnings. And then it would basically shut itself down at I think about a minute 10 or something. It would shut itself down and start to slow the vehicle and stop the vehicle. So the new system has attention monitoring. So what that means is, I'll show you a little picture of the screen here, and that it has the steering wheel. The little steering wheel icon turns blue, and you've got your cruise control set, and you've set a max speed, or you set whatever speed, and now you see this green dot right by the steering wheel. You see this little green dot, and that green dot, and also you get this message on the screen, which I didn't notice until a couple dozen times later, that says attention monitoring is active. And so what this means is, as you can see in the driver's seat, this is the kind of the view from the driver's seat. You can see the little camera here right above the steering, right above the rearview mirror. And so you can see there's a tiny little camera there, and that will give us a view. I'll show you, let me go to the app, and I'll show you what the view looks like. And this is what the view looks like. So it shows basically the entire cabin, but I think the software will zoom in on the driver, specifically zoom in on the driver's face, and then the computer will be able to see which way you're looking. So this is a technology where it tracks your eyeballs or tracks your head, but basically I think it's tracking your eyeballs, because it's actually very hard to, it will pick up even when you're looking at the screen, and down at your steering wheel, it'll pick up that you're wandering from basically. So if I am sitting here, and this is the view as the driver, you can see the view from the driver. I think it has a box right here where if you are looking in that box, it says you're looking at the road. If you are not looking in that box, then it says you're not looking at the road, and then it will start a timer. And I think it uses kind of an algorithm where it's like, well, every 10 seconds you have to be looking at the road at least 1.5 seconds, or every 15 seconds you have to be looking at the road within the road rectangle for 1.5 seconds. I don't know what those timings are, but that seems to be it, because I can look away and then look back, and within 10 seconds it doesn't seem to trigger anything. But if I look down at my screen for over 10 seconds, then it starts blinking blue at me, and it starts falling back to the touch the steering wheel, because it kind of turns off the attention monitoring. The other issue is if you're wearing a hat. So hat or sunglasses, as you can see here, let's see if I can demonstrate this. So if this is me and I'm wearing my hat, I think you kind of are interrupting its ability to see your eyeballs. And if you're interrupting its ability to see your eyeballs, then it can't see where you're seeing, and then it defaults back to the old style, which is 20 to 25 second timer, then touch the steering wheel or touch a knob, and then it'll start blinking at you and doing an audible warning. And anyway, so in practice, this is just groundbreaking, and this is absolutely a paradigm shift, because what you can do is basically indefinitely drive indefinitely. As long as you are paying attention, you can drive indefinitely without touching the pedals or the steering wheel. It does fantastic lane keep and fantastic adaptive cruise. It will change lanes if needed. Sometimes those decisions are a little strange to me. It does a fantastic job, and you can basically go, I think I've gone for 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes without touching the steering wheel. So what I'm going to try to do is put the camera here on, mount it to the headrest, and I'll do a little bit, but then I'm going to have to put it on a time lapse because I don't want you guys to have to sit here and watch it for 20 minutes. But it absolutely will not require me to touch anything for at least 10 minutes. At least 10 minutes. And so sometimes I do have to make an adjustment with the right knob to do to change my autopilot to be a little bit kind of longer follow distance, in other words chill, versus more assertive, so it'll make lane changes, and in traffic it'll make its way around that it needs to. That would actually count as a nag preventer, but without that, it will honestly absolutely work, as far as I can tell, indefinitely. But you do have to be watching that rectangle in front of you, which is the road, so you're actually paying attention to the road. If you're wearing sunglasses or a hat, or if you close your eyes, it can't see your eyeballs, I think it will default to starting to nag you. And then if you're falling asleep, it'll start audibly try to wake you up, and eventually after about 1 minute, it will shut off, slow the car, pull to the side of the road, I believe. If not, maybe stop in the middle of traffic. So that may be something I should demo too. Anyway, I'll hook it up to the headrest here, and I'll try to give you a full experience of it. So I'll tell you, this is highway driving, but I'm gonna just at least demo a small bit of non-highway driving. So this is just kind of exiting the truck stop. It's going to get 2 stop signs, or a stop sign and a stoplight. So this is access road to the highway. And again, you can see the little green dot here means that it is paying attention. It is watching my attention span, watching my eyeballs. I have to not be wearing sunglasses or a hat in order for this to work correctly. And this actually works on the city streets as well. So it's going to this light, and it's going to take a left up here. So far, I have not had to touch anything, and I have been able to look around and look away from the rectangle. And I might need to adjust the speed here as we get on the highway, but so far I've not touched anything. It's going to merge, and I'm able to look to my blind spot, look around briefly, but I think the algorithm wants me to be basically staring here straight ahead, making sure that I'm paying attention to the road. If I look down at my screen for an extended period of time, for one, maybe for about 10 seconds, I think it will back off the speed just a little bit, and that would be a nag preventer. But we've got our green dot. Now the other thing that'll happen is if the camera is obscured, as you can see, I'm just going to fake the camera being obscured. Now it says apply force to the steering wheel, so now it's falling back to the previous technology, and it says attention monitoring is unavailable. But now when I unobscure that camera, I think it's basically booting up the attention monitoring. And it will, and I'm gonna give myself, now it says it's active, so now it says the attention monitoring is active, and I've got my green dot again. The green dot means that that's active. So again, other than trying to change my speed and I just changed to the kind of chill profile. I have not had to touch the steering wheel, and I haven't had to touch sometimes I will have to touch the gas pedal a little bit to give it a little more speed. And here, because I need to get out of the way of somebody, I'm going to go ahead and trigger a lane change just to get out of their way. But as far as I can tell, I can go on indefinitely like this without touching anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start speeding it up now, and I will put a total time on the screen, and you can see how long it lasts. But basically, I think as long as you're paying attention, you can do this indefinitely, and the car will drive itself. It's keeping itself nicely in the lanes. It's doing adaptive cruise. It will change lanes as I slow down behind this truck. It'll likely choose to change lanes. If not, I can change my aggression here, and then it will probably change lanes. So there you have it. Fantastic. I just did a 25-mile trip. The camera got too hot, so I don't know how much of that it caught, but 25 miles and not touching anything except what I needed to do in terms of lane changes, changing the aggression of the full self-driving algorithm, and I did not have to save it from anything in 25 miles from charging stop to charging stop. There was a little bit of city driving to get on the highway and get back off the highway. It's just absolutely fantastic. Just a complete paradigm shift, and this really makes long-term or long-distance travel just amazing. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to videos, and we'll see you soon. Share this with your friends. We'll see you soon.